welcome. This is AW English Top of the Week, where we delve into Ethiopia's top 5 trendy news of last week. First up, the first Ethiopian movie starring robots inaugurates. The Ethiopian Artificial Intelligence Institute, in collaboration with Sonia Film Production and Entertainment, released a movie called Astaulote. The inauguration event was attended by senior government officials, including Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. It is said to be the first film involving robots made in Ethiopia. The Director General of the Ethiopian Artificial Intelligence Institute, Worko Gashina, stated that efforts are being made to make Ethiopia benefit from the field of artificial intelligence. He also pointed out that it took a year and a half to complete the film. The Director General also said that the efforts are particularly focused on developing the capacity of the youth. And the youth who participated in the film Astaulote in various ways have also remarked that Ethiopia has a hope for the future in this field. Astaulote is a scientific film based on a true story, and it was produced by Michael Millian and featured veteran and young actors including Teferi Alemu and Haragoyen Asafa. Boosting metal production is integral to our industrial development policy, says PM Abiy. Boosting metal production is integral to the country's industrial development policy, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said after visiting industries involved in local vehicle production, energy and telecom sector components such as high-tension and electric cables and textiles. During his visit, the Prime Minister was accompanied by Minister of Labor and Skill, Defense, Mining, Industry and Innovation. With foreign direct investments, we are advancing local manufacturing of top-notch high-tension cable and electric powers, catering to the telecom and electricity sectors, the Prime Minister said in a post on his social media page. The Premier said that he was also pleased to observe the production of vehicles and components in his country. It is also encouraging to witness a local production of vehicles and their components, he noted. The Premier underlined that he was shocked by the active involvement of local companies in the energy and telecom industry, manufacturing high-tension and electric cables. As vital component of electric distribution, this sector deserves full support from the government. With manufacturing as a cornerstone of the nation's economy, the Made in Ethiopia campaign, also known as Ethiopia Tamrit, shines a spotlight on our most productive local producers, according to the Office of the Prime Minister. This Ethiopia Tamrit initiative was introduced last year in a bid to boost the manufacturing industries in the country. Moving on, Second Horn Dialogue Series held in Addis Ababa. The Second Horn Dialogue Series, which aimed at discussing pressing regional affairs, was held in Addis Ababa. The dialogue series held under the theme Navigating the Complicities Fostering Regional Security in the Horn of Africa. African countries have weak relations with each other. A lack of peace, displacement, and war have been problems for centuries. East African countries are working together to create a strong and prosperous Africa to solve this problem in the region. For this reason, by identifying the opportunities and challenges in the region and creating a sustainable and safe environment, it will be recalled that the dialogue that can further increase the cooperation of the countries of the region was started in Djibouti in 2023. To strengthen this cooperation, the representatives of the region held their second forum in our capital, Addis Ababa. The Director General of the Institute of Foreign Affairs, Jafar Bedru, on his part mentioned that it is a platform where various researchers on a peace and tranquility, humanitarian and other issues can give their opinion and suggest policy direction for the people of the region. According to the standards that Africa holds, attempts are being undertaken to transform the continent into a land where guns are silent and problems are solved using the continent's skill. In order to help this process, the countries living in the East African region must cooperate and take a common position. The Institute of Foreign Affairs prepared the program, which was facilitated by Walta Media and Communication Corporate. The two-day event aimed to promote regional security in the Horn of Africa by addressing complicated challenges through different approaches. Next up, Ministry says it has protected national interest the last 6 years. The press briefing given last week by the spokesperson of the Ministry, Nabiyu Tedla, focused on the achievement in foreign relations and diplomacy carried out the last 6 years and planned diplomatic activities this week. Ushering in economic reforms, opening up fields that were close to foreign companies, and most importantly, the work done to ensure food sovereignty as an example were mentioned at the briefing. He detailed the diplomatic achievement made for Ethiopia to become a BRICS member and said that national efforts to create a climate-resilient economy has been made to gain international recognition with the help of green diplomacy. Mr. Nabiyu also said, by signing the Pretoria Peace Agreement and adhering to it, Ethiopia has proven its strong desire to peace through its tireless effort to solve African problems within African framework. He said that Ethiopia is one of the leading countries that are raising voices for Africa to have a permanent seat in the Security Council by strengthening its participation in the multilateral institutions of which it is a founder. Mr. Nabiyu also touched on a successful operations carried out which made it possible for Ethiopia to protect its national interest by maintaining existing relations, opening new chapters of cooperation, and through diaspora and citizen-oriented diplomacy. Last but not least, high-level pledging event for the humanitarian assistance effort in Ethiopia. A high-level pledging event co-hosted by the Government of Ethiopia and the United Kingdom together with United Nations Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs was convened on 16 April 2024 in Geneva, Switzerland. During the conference, participating member states pledged more than $610 million to support the humanitarian assistance effort in Ethiopia and came up with a joint communique. The conference addressed the pressing humanitarian situation unfolding in Ethiopia that is mainly characterized by the convergence of climate-related disaster and other challenges. During the event, Minister of Foreign Affairs Ambassador Taye Atsqasillase thanked co-hosts UK and OCHA as well as other partners present for showing their solidarity with the people and government of Ethiopia. He emphasized that Ethiopia has taken lessons from previous humanitarian crises and it has put in place a robust, effective policy and institutional agreements. He reaffirmed the determination of the government of Ethiopia to save lives and protect community resilience. Minister Taye announced that the government has already allocated a total budget of $250 million to address emergency needs. Ethiopia has also put in place an effective national system to prevent, prepare, and recover from man-made and natural disasters. The minister also highlighted the commitment of the Ethiopian government to further strengthening robust and strong partnership with our development partners to enhance engagement in line with national development programs. The government of UK co-hosted the high-level event and pledged 100 million British pounds and urged participating partners to make concrete financial pledges. Speaking at the closing event, the Deputy Minister for Development in Africa of the UK, Andrew Mitchell, implored international partners that has not yet made pledges but spoke with passion to stand in solidarity with the people and government of Ethiopia and to contribute accordingly. That does it for today. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week.